Friends, so today we'll be looking at the transfer object design pattern. Here we are having a client which is requesting a server. So this is the business object in the server, which is called employee BO. We have named it employee BO. It is having some methods like get all employees, update employee, delete, add employee, these methods. And it's further using this employee VO. We have named it VO. It stands for value object. So transfer object is also called value object. So this is a simple POJO, that is the plain old Java object. It's having two fields and their respective getters and setters. That's all. Very simple plain class. So server can populate this POJO and send it to the client, and so when client hits the business object, it can just populate this POJO and give it to the client. And when client, let's say, wants to update an employee's information, it can put the new employee's information in a POJO, employee VO POJO, and it can give it to the server. So this transfer object eases the transfer of information between the client and server, hence the name transfer object. Let's see the example source code. This is the employee value object. There is a transfer object, name and salary, two attributes, their getters and setters, and its constructor. Let's look at the other classes. This is the business object. It's having maintaining a list of employees. Its constructor, in which we are adding two employees to that list. Hope you can see that. Some methods: delete employee, then get all employees. So when client calls this get all employees method, it gets the list of employees, which is basically a list of employee VO, employee value objects. So whatever transfer of information is taking place, it's taking place in form of employee VO or a group of employee VO. So get employee also, we return one employee. So update employee, when client calls this update employee method, it will pass an employee. So client will give server this employee to update. So it will basically, the server will search for all employees, and whichever employee's name matches with this employee, it will delete that employee so that the salary and employee gets deleted, and it will insert this new employee so that the same employee has the updated salary now. So let's say an employee called Swati was there, and the earlier salary was 10. Now client gives us an employee VO object with the name Swati and salary 20. So we search in our list for an employee with name Swati. We find that Swati 10 thing. We delete it. We insert Swati 20. That's all. So hence we have updated Swati 10 to Swati 20. We deleted Swati 10. We inserted Swati 20. So this is kind of updation I'm talking about. So client also communicates to the server in the form of this POJO, populates this POJO and gives it to the server. So hence this way client transfer information to the server. So client to server transfer of information takes place through POJO. And as you have seen, get employee, get employees, these are server to client information. Server asks for all the employees, client asks for all the employees from the server, server returns all the employees to the client. So server also returns the information in form of employee VO objects. So this employee VO is the basic POJO, which is used for the transfer of information. So whenever for updation, this update employee is called. So this is also being passed an employee, and let's say this print employees, we are trying to print all the employees on the client side, so we will call this get all employees method. So this will the server will return all the employees in the form of employee VO objects. So any kind of transfer of information takes place in the chunks of the employee VO object. Hence the employee VO is the basic unit, it's the basic POJO, and it's called the transfer object. This is the whole transfer object pattern. Hope you understood. Thank you, friends.